So, new day, new video. It's currently Friday, if anyone cares, which I don't think you do, but that's alright. We're in for telling you everything here, because, you know, it is what it is. So, we got a pretty sweet project in the shop right now that I was ready to show you guys until Dustin found a tiny bit of an issue. But before we get on to that, this video is going to be amazing. Like, I'm so stoked because my car is coming back in the shop. Oh my god. My motor's put together. Okay. Motor's together. And we are ready to put it back in the car and hopefully get a season out of a motor, because this build, put back, take out, build, put back each fucking event is so annoying. So I'm ready to actually run maybe 3, 4, 5 events on a motor, and hopefully be able to run another 3, 4, 5 events on a motor, and you know, so on and so forth. I'd like for this motor to last for a while, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess, when you're playing with these LS's. But anyways, so on to this project. How do I start this? It's pretty fucking sweet. I mean, it's pretty much how you start it. But with that being said, here it is. Boom. Oh my god. She is so pretty. So pretty. So I'm gonna insert some B-roll once we get the car outside, but this thing, amazing car. It is a true Japanese right-hand drive, right? I mean, straight off the boat. The gentleman who owns this car just moved back from the military, and he brought this car with him. So he asked us to look into a head gasket issue, which we thought was a head gasket issue, and turns out to be a little bit worse than that. So I don't know if you can see, but oh, Dustin, put in the light there. Yeah, okay, there it is. So it's missing you know, the healthier portion of that piston there. Cylinder still looks good. Everything else looks good. It's all taken apart by this guy right here, and it's blown up. So with that being said, we are now going to build a badass SR. Now this is a true S14 SR. This car came with this car, or this motor came in this car. So it's dope. This car is super dope. It's legit. I like it a lot. But yeah, so that's the news that we had to deliver to someone today. But he wasn't too upset about it because he kind of figured. But when we did the test and everything like that, you would have thought it was a head gasket for a second. Borescope didn't even show that hole. That's a fucked up thing. I brought a borescope home and there's a lot of fluid, but I didn't see no piston. So with that being said, it's on to my car. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show this right here. Okay, you gonna be there? You where you want to be? You want to be there?
I don't know.
Okay. I've never successfully got this to work, but we're gonna try the YouTube magic, and we're gonna hit the shit. Okay, that didn't. Hang on. Let me see, and it actually worked this time, which is surprising. Not a lot worked for me sometimes, but this one did. So, the old girl, we're ready, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we have plans, and we're up against a time frame, like a major time frame. We're gonna try some shit. Don't know if it's gonna work. It may work. It may not. I don't know. But we got her in the shop, and we have the motor completely assembled, which is right over here. So this is the old what is it, ball and chain? Is that what those are called, ball and chain? I don't know what it is. But look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's pretty. The block is real pretty too, but it's not gonna stay that pretty. I mean, you can't even really see it, but she's ready. She's ready to go back in here. And that's the goal, is to have it put back in its hole right here and running and driving maybe by the end of the weekend. I doubt it, but it is Easter weekend. So we're gonna try. I can't promise anything, but it's late. So we're gonna get some sleep, and we're gonna get to it first thing tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I won't have Dustin tomorrow. He's got to work, you know, so we have that 9 to 5. Well, more like 8 to 6. But anyways, we have to do that shit, and then after that,
8 to 5 tomorrow.
Yeah, 8 to 5 tomorrow. But after that, it's go time. So work on it tomorrow. I'll do what I can by myself, which, you know, theoretically I put the engine in by myself the first time, so not a problem to do it again myself. And hopefully by the time Dustin gets off work, we'll be ready to wire it up and fire it up. So I'm a poet and didn't even know it. Check that out. Other than that, we'll see y'all in the morning. And it's the next day, and as you see, still got the girl just chilling. So the goal for today is to get the car up on jack stands and start. I need to pull the passenger seat out so I can modify the floor to get the passenger seat to sit lower, because we just threw it on the stock rails and that's what we had. But everyone that sits there, they hit their head off the cage or off the roof, and we're going to fix that for them so we can take some passengers. We're also going to change the radiator setup. We've had a lot of overheating issues. Not exactly sure if what we're going to do is going to fix it all, but we're going to keep the same Koyo inflow, same fans. They're Mishimoto race fans. They work great, but we're going to change the location, and that you'll see here in just a minute. But what I'm going to do next, I'm going to get this car up on jack stands, and we're going to get to it. And we're up. So, got the car up off the ground. Pretty fair ways there. You know what I mean? I'm a big dude. I got to be able to get up underneath there to work. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get the trunk taken off so that I can get around the back. I need to start making a plan. I don't have a plan for this yet, because, as you just heard, radiator's going rear mount. So, I got a bunch of parts. Nothing special, just some off-the-shelf heater hose, some other shit. We're gonna make it work. It's gonna work, I think. Alright, so as you can see, there's not a ton of room left in here, but we're gonna make it work. Like, it's not awful. So I'm gonna take this and remount it up front. This was our heater core thing. That was just to try and relieve some of the heating issues, but didn't really work out that great. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna put the radiator like this. So gotta move my fill tube. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put it yet. Probably move it over there, just where we can get into it. So probably right around like by the vent there, and then get it in here. Then we got to build some duct work from here, and yada yada yada. So that's the main plan. I haven't really gotten too far in the plan, so you know how it goes. But our radiator. So, like I said, we have the good fans. Like, the fans should be working. They do work. You know, we got them all plugged up, well wired up, everything like they're supposed to be. Like, they work, but it's just not quick enough. So, we are gonna put that down in there. Okay, so that's the plan. After that, we'll get the seat out and we'll get the other stuff going. So, but I'm gonna get to work. Okay, so now that everything's out of our way, we can really see what kind of room we're working with. So, still not a lot, but we're gonna make this work. I promise you, we're gonna make this work. So, it did open up, I mean, significant space in here. So, the thing is that we're not gonna have that radiator back here anymore. That little heater core thing that we had over here. That's not gonna be here. I am gonna put it back up front though, so I can recirculate my water from my water pump. But, well, I don't know. I just gotta figure out what I like. So, still not 100% sure on what I want. Like, what do I want? That's the question. Alright, so let me I'm gonna mock some stuff up and kind of maybe use some zip ties or something and just kind of see. So we'll try a couple different versions and then we'll go from there. I cut a couple brackets to try some shit out, and then someone stopped by. Dom! Yeah. He's back. He's back with a vengeance. Alright, so what we have done is I cut these little brackets. I marked center so that I know where to lay the radiator. But check this out. Alright, so see my grind marks there? This bracket will sit on that on center, and the radiator bottom will sit right in that hole, right? I have one for here and one for right over there. That will get me, I have to set my angle, but that'll get me to where I can put brackets underneath there to hold the top, and then boom, we're mounted. That's it. So we just drained the tank. I covered it up just in case, but we're gonna tack these in and set the radiator in and kind of see how it looks, kind of go from there. What do you think? Yeah. Easy. So with that being said, yeah, I'm super excited. Sorry about that. That was kind of awkward, wasn't it? Super excited because hopefully this solves some of the cooling issues. So let me show you the hose. I didn't show anyone the hose yet. This is some shit right here, boy. I tell you what. It's yeah. Oh. It's gonna work. So with that being said, we're gonna tack these in and then we'll show you what we got after that. The radiator is chilling under its own power there. We got those in and just tacked in to set our angle here for the radiator. And then Adam is over here getting loud, and he's bending our stuff here. Don't mind our janky ass fucking, don't judge us, we're still working. But
we make do with what we got.
He is bending this up. Let me put this down and help him, and we'll get there. Okay, so Adam, what do we do? Yeah. So remember that whole talk we had a while ago? Like, you know, I put work in without filming. I did it again. We did it again. It just happens. So let me show you where we got, and yeah, I'm liking it. It's gonna work. I mean, it has to work, but it's gonna work. So here she is. So what we did is we took a piece of 1/4-inch plate of strap and we bent it up. We mounted it up in there with a rib nut, and then we mounted it back there with rubber isolators, top, bottom. Same thing over here. And this thing, it wiggles a little bit, but that's the metal.
No, that's the car too.
That's what I'm saying, the cheap ass metal car.
Oh, yeah, it is a 240.
Yeah, so I mean, literally the metal's flexing right there. So, but other than that, we wanted it to be a little soft so it sits on the rubbers, but it's gonna be perfect. Be able to get our hoses in. Oh, it's real dark back in there. Let me see if I can help you out. There we go. And put our hoses in, top and bottom over there, and then we're gonna mount our swirl pot probably over in that direction, over there, about where Adam's face is.
Still have room for activities?
Yeah, swirl pot over there, and then should be good to go. Honestly, like, boy, it's only taken an hour to get to here, but it's been a frustrating hour because new shop, still trying to set everything up, like, ugh. But anyways, we're making progress. Yeah, we've been through many of shop setups. But now where we're at is we need to finish welding so that everything stays where it's supposed to be at. Then we can go ahead, run our lines from the front to the back, but we just have to leave the front just chilling because we don't know exactly where it's going to go yet to the engine. We know it's going to go off the water pump like normal, but we don't know exactly routing. So what we're going to do is probably hook up our lines back here, put in our adapter for our swirl pot and our steam ports, all of that, and then just kind of start feeding the hoses through. we do actually need to come over here and take this seat out on the passenger side so that we can go ahead and start that modification process, because the hoses do have to run through there. We are going to put the hoses inside and wrapped up, so that way it's just easier instead of running it under the car, because it's a big ass hose to put underneath the car, and if I bottom out or something and I tear up a hose, that's the end. Like, there's no repairing that shit. Yeah. So we got the seat out, as you see, because Adam's sitting on the floor pissed off because he doesn't enjoy being in there, because the cage really made it real not fun to be in there anymore. Unless I was driving it. That makes it fun.
That putting this cage in was not fun.
No.
You tried to burn me.
Yeah, I did set them on fire a couple times. But that's besides the point, okay?
It's normal when it's working with you.
Yeah, we're getting off topic here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and this is the stock seat bracket, rail, whatever the hell you want to call it for the 240. So, bolt in here, you bolt it right over there, and then the seat sits up. Well, we're going to take this bitch out because it makes it too tall to the cage, right? Then, once we get the motor in, we're going to pop some holes underneath there besides the holes you already see, because we had to block those to run those lines through in order to have the radiator setup finished. That's our goal. With that being said, I guess we have more work to do. But Adam's going to sit here and drill all spot welds for the next 2.5 hours. And then I am going to go and drink some tea and eat some crumpets or something of that nature. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet. I may go in the man cave and play with the sim rig.
I'll be slaving away as usual.
Alright, well, we're going to get back to it here, and we'll catch you in a minute. As you see, Adam has made it out of the car alive, unscathed. Not even a bump on the noggin. This time. So, where we are at now is here. We got that support out. We got this back support out. And we're going to go ahead and get our holes and everything prepared for the seat to go back in. I went ahead while he was doing that and I finished welded everything underneath there. Got everything mounted up. And I ran one of the hoses, but we're running into a small issue over there where the hose has got a kink in it. So we're going to have to determine how to fix that. But it's going to work out. So I was really worried that the hose wasn't going to be enough for me. Like it wasn't going to be big enough, wasn't going to work, but it's perfect. Everything is spot on. So here we are. What we're doing right now is we're cleaning up because, you know, tiny area gets messy quick. So we're cleaning up right now. Dustin should be here in about 15-20 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and put the motor in.
I thought it makes some noise.
I'm ready. I'm so ready, but I got a few parts I have to wait on. But whatever, we got this. So we're gonna get it done, and we're gonna drop the motor in here in just a second, and we'll show you that. It's a new day, and Dustin's here. You say hi.
Hello.
All right. So where we left off was we were getting the motor ready. There she is. We're about to pick it up and put it in Betsy. So that's the plan, as long as things go to plan. You know how it goes. If we can do that, then we should be able to wire this thing up and fire it up. That's the goal. So, I know this video is kind of long, but, you know, when we do it big. It is what it is. So, I'm going to set you off to the side. You're going to see us struggle and move a bunch of shit around this tiny shop to pick it and stick it. Woo. We got the engine completely assembled, clutch on, flywheel on, everything's ready to go. It's going in the car. So here she is, fully dressed, all ready to go, ready to party, ready to stay in the car for a whole season. We definitely don't want to have to pull this thing in, because as fun as it is, I'd rather not. So let's shove it in. So not without a struggle.
Not at all.
It was as many times as I've done this, and he's done it twice now. This should be a lot easier, but for some reason,
Fucking fight every fucking time.
but it's back in the hole. So everything is in, trans bolted up. We got to bolt up the headers, wire it up, and then guess what we get to do? Fire it up. Wire it, fire it. We rhyme. We're like rappers. We're poets, but we didn't know it.
Yeah, I don't rhyme.
So this is where we're going to end this video. So motor is home. Hopefully it's healthy. I know it's going to be happy. So what we want you to do is we want you to go down below, like, subscribe, comment, let us know, and wait for the next one. We're going to fire this baby up and hopefully take it on a test drive. So we'll catch you in the next one.